Hello, my name is Lynn Wynn. This is Lynn Wynn's Budgeting. I am a 31 years old cash budgeter. I currently live at home with my parents and my brother. I do handle a majority of my family's finances, so I budget my paychecks, a portion of my parents' paychecks, and a home help check that we get every 2 weeks. For today's video, I'm going to be stuffing $1,300 for the third week of April, and we will get started with our bills as always. Buffer is not getting anything. Car insurance will be getting $50. And now it's got 50, 100, 150. I did take money out of my buffer envelope last week, so I did mention that I'm pretty sure it's not related, but to me it's related, that one of my lucky bracelets broke when I came back from vacation. I had a feeling something bad would happen, and something bad did happen. So we did have a basement backup, which was extremely unfortunate. I honestly thought maybe I'd get pulled over or something, so I was driving under the speed limit every time I was on the road. But our basement was backed up, and of course we discovered it on a Sunday, so all of the plumbing rates were a lot higher because of the weekend and after hour rates for them to come out. And I'm pretty sure it was a clog, which it did end up being a clog in the line. So my dad and I rented a snake, one of those like yeah, and a snake, I don't know, you're supposed to feed it through your line. It's supposed to push everything, from Home Depot. And so I was like, oh yeah, we can do this. Natural gas is getting $40. So 20, 40, and it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. With my dad and I was like, yeah, we can do this. So I rented a snake, and initially I got an auto one that will just like automatically feed it through. So you don't have to pull it through or push it through or whatever. And of course we get home and nothing's gonna go right. Water is getting 25, and now it's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. So we get it started, and the motor runs, but the snake part that pushes through does not move, and we tried pulling at it and nothing was happening, so I had to go back to Home Depot, which was a different one, not the one that was closest to us, because the one closest to us didn't have it, so I had to go to a different one. Internet is getting, let's see, it is getting 15 today. Oh, where am I going? And now it's got 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So I had to call in, and then I returned it, and the only one they had left was a manual one, and we worked on that thing for like over 4 hours, just trying to push it through. But my dad and I were not strong enough to push it through because, yeah, it was manual, so it couldn't twist and push through at the same time. And if we were to do it, then anything would have gotten caught on the little snake deal. So that was not fun. Electric is getting 35. And now it's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105. And it just took like all night to get everything cleaned up. I called and I was able to get a plumber in the next day at its normal rate because it was a Monday. Phone bill is getting $40, 20, 40, and now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, 140. So I was so mad, but the guy at Home Depot, I thought my dad and I would be able to get it because he's pretty good at that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, there's 2 of us, so I think we can do it. Trash is getting 10, and now it's got 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. But yeah, I go and I return the snake, and they're like, did it work? I was like, no. I was like, it's manual. Our block was like too big. And the only one that they had was like, I believe it was a 1/2 inch, which we needed something a little bit bigger than that to push it through. And he was like, I was like, yeah, we worked on it for pretty long, like over 4 hours. And he was like, you mean your dad worked on it? And I was like, no, we both worked on it. I was like, that was such a rude comment to make. Subscriptions is getting $10. And I was like, We were sweating so badly trying to get the thing through. It was gross. 50 subscription now has 50, 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. And of course, just our luck, it happens on the weekend. But yeah, I was like, he kept making little comments like that. And I was like, dude, just return my deal. I was like, I don't know why you feel the need to make these kind of comments. It's unnecessary. Parents insurance is getting 145. And now it's got 100, 200, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420, 430, 435. But I was so happy when the plumber came out. They had an automatic one. And then I think the one that they had, it was larger. I don't know if it was an inch or it was 3/4 of an inch, but it pushed it through pretty quickly. And I was like, oh, I should have just paid the extra money to have them come out. But I did take the money out of buffer. Car payment is getting $250 to pay for the rental, some cleaning supplies, and the plumber. So car payment now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1000. So lesson on that is just call the plumber. Don't try to be a plumber yourself. The plumber ended up only costing $69, which ended up being the same amount as renting that snake. So yeah, that every time I think about it, I just get a little bit upset every time. Extra is getting $30. So now it's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, $90. And the plumber ended up coming out around noon, so I just went into work because I was like, I need water. And I was brushing my teeth in, we share our building with other companies. So I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and this lady from one of those other businesses walked in, and I just stared at her and she stared at me, and I was like, I'm not even gonna explain anything. And I just like turned away. I was like, great, now she probably thinks I'm like homeless or something, living out of their bathroom. That is it for the bills. Next, we're gonna stuff my moving out binder. But the bathroom was so nice. It was just so nice to be able to not worry about like my water draining and all of that stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm like rambling all over the place with the story. And the worst part is like after we do all of that, nothing is fixed, everything is cleaned up. We had to shower and just scrub everything off as quickly as possible. So we pretty much just like had more water coming into our basement after we did that. Apartment is getting 100. And now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4,000 in the bank, 100, 200, 300, 400. So $4,400. And there were just like buckets of water everywhere because we still had to like clean my brother up a little bit. And like my dad is like brushing his teeth over a bucket of water. It was a struggle, you guys. So just more things to be thankful for that we don't have to continuously live that way. But I was so happy that was taken care of. My dad came home early, and then we cleaned up the basement even more after that got sorted out. And then we were able to, there's a lot of dishes that rack up in like half a day that you're not able to drain any water. So it took like a whole full day of us getting everything cleaned up after that. They came in and unclogged that. Rent is getting $30. And now it's got 1,000 in the bank, 100, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 30, 40, 50, 60. So $1,360. Let's see. Emergency fund is getting $10. And now it's got 500, 550, 560, 570, 580, 590. And 1 month ahead is getting 10. And now it's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. $490. But yeah, so hopefully that was the bad luck that I got and nothing else is going to happen. My mom keeps going down there and checking to make sure that it's completely like unclogged and nothing is like flooding our basement again. We have a little divot, so a lot of the water collected in that little area. So luckily nothing was damaged. There was just a lot of cleaning. Brother is going to get... That's not right. This is not the next binder I usually stuff. I usually stuff my personal binder. So I got that out of order today. So my personal binder, my envelope is getting $50. Now I've got 50, 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 260, 270. So yeah, biggest takeaway from that. Don't rent anything from Home Depot, or don't rent a snake from Home Depot. I guess other stuff will probably work, but the snake did not work. Don't rent a manual snake because you have to be really strong and have really strong people to push it through if it's a big clog. And just call the plumber. And maybe pay the extra. Although the extra, I believe they quoted me was between, I called a few places, it was between $150 to $200 to get somebody out that Sunday, like right then, on top of the additional whatever cost it was. And so I guess the $69, one place quoted me, I think like $75 or so, $75 to $80. But yeah, call the plumber if you can. If you think you can do it, more power to you. I thought I can do it with my dad. Could not do it. So, but yeah, that was, I'm still driving under the speed limit because I still have a feeling I might get a ticket. Travel is getting $20. And now it's got 500 in the bank, 520, 40, 60, 80, 600. But I am thankful that I had that buffer to be able to pay for it, because it was funny, I was thinking, oh, where am I going to pull money from? Because I was looking at all my different categories, and then I was like, duh, I've got a buffer envelope I can pull from. Beauty is getting $10. Now it's got $20, $30, $40. Coffee's not getting anything. Medical is getting $30. And it's got 500 in the bank, 600, 700, 800, 820, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 40, 50, 60, 70, $870. $970. Let me recount that. Sorry, you guys. I am a hot mess now. 500 in the bank, 6, 7, 800, 820, 40, 60, 80, 900, 920, 940, 950, 960, 970. So I think I'm running low on tens. Future is getting $10. I'm going to put a 10 back and just grab a 20. And now it's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 440, 460, 470. Car maintenance is getting $20. And it's got 500, 600, 700, 800, 820, 40, 60, 70, $870. Electronics is getting $20. And it's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 560. And business is getting $10. I was finally able to take money out after my Etsy stuffing to pay back my credit card. So now it's got 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 230, 235, 36, 37, $237 in business. And that is it for my personal binder. And next we're going to stuff my family and friends binder. My brother is getting $10. And now he's got 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. My mom is also getting 10. And she's got 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. And my dad is getting 10, and he should also have 100. So 20, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we are out of 10s, so let's exchange some of this. Family Fun is getting $5. And it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. So I'm going to exchange this 10 and 2 5s for a 20. Gifts is getting $20, and it's got 20, 40, 60, $70. Vietnam is getting 20. It's got 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200. And weddings is getting 20. It's got 100, 200, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420. And holidays is getting 10. And it's got 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm going to exchange that for 2 20s. I think the next holiday is Mother's Day. So not sure what to get my mom. She likes PJs, so I might get her some flowers and PJs. And Christmas, I don't know how much I've got for Christmas here. I think I am going to stuff just $5 for Christmas today. I'm actually going to do let's do a $2 and a $3 for 5. So we can mark off 2 reindeers. And that is it for my family and friends binder. Next, we're going to unstuff my weekly cash envelopes so that I can stuff my denomination challenges. So spend still has its 25. Miscellaneous has got $3. Gas has got $5 left. Coffee has got $5. I spent $5 on hot chocolate. That's why. And then I spent all my food money. So my $1 challenge is getting $1 to $3. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get it together, but it's just been crazy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and my cousin has decided to come next weekend. She wanted to do a trip before she gives birth, and she decided to come here even though we just saw her. So we've been trying to get cleaned up because my aunt has decided to tag along as well too, and she'll be staying with us, and my cousin will be staying with her older sister. My other cousin that lives here, the $5 challenge is getting 5, 10, 15. So we will mark off 3 of these boxes. So 1, 2, 3. And I feel like I just put up my clothes from the trip to go see her for her baby shower. And now I'm trying to deep clean again to get everything ready. We don't have any 10s, and we've got 120. So that is it for this. Next, we're gonna stuff my envelopes again. Food is getting 25, 10, 20, and 5. Coffee is getting 10. That's a nice 5, so we'll put that in the back there. Gas is getting 40. And I was thinking about, actually, let's do 5, a 20, a 10, and 2 5s for 40. And I was going to increase this to $60, but I just pumped gas and I don't think I'll pump for next week. So I'll just put 40 just in case I have to top it off, because I believe I am going to the airport to pick up my cousin. So that will take a little bit of gas. Miscellaneous is getting 5. Oh gosh, okay. So now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And spend is getting 25. So we got 10, 15, 20, 25. Last, we are going to stuff my savings puns challenges. So we've got 25. So the first one is show me the Moonie, and I am going to see if I've got a 25. I do. So I'm going to stuff 25 in this challenge. Next, we're gonna stuff money in the bank, and I've got $40. So I'm gonna color in 2 piggies. And last is going to be knead the dough, and it's going to get $50. And I'm using this as my 1 month ahead fund. So I'm gonna mark in 1 bread. And that is it for this week's cash stuffing. I am a little behind, so I'm trying to get caught up. If you guys have made it to the end, I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so and giving this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye!